All right, what's up, guys? How's it going? I don't know if you guys heard, but Hell Let Loose just dropped something huge. Yeah, Hell Let Loose is the game I started my channel on, and they just dropped a trailer here. Let's
Product
watch it
not yet
together.
rated.
Right away I saw this, and I was like, it's Vietnam. 1965, Vietnam, it's gotta be. The helicopters, the boats. Oh, playing as a Viet Cong. There we go. Oh, what is that gun? The big LMG. Oh yeah. Oh, napalm. So like how the Soviets have the Katyushas, the Americans will probably have like napalm strikes. Oh yeah. That was a Russian tank. They had the Russian tank right there. Look at this. Coming 2026. Okay. Let's go back right here. Yeah, Hell Let Loose Vietnam. So my initial thoughts were, is it going to be a DLC? Is it going to be a standalone? I think it's got to be a standalone game. So they're going to have Hell Let Loose and Hell Let Loose Vietnam. So they're going to be probably managing both. This is my guess. Coming 26. That'd be awesome if we got it early in 2026. I remember I don't know, 2022 or something. I remember they announced they're gonna Finnish forces and Polish forces. Yeah, we never saw that, but I don't remember if that was the old developers or not. Not just makes me a little skeptical. But yeah, Hell Let Loose Vietnam. Using the AK-47 as Vietnamese, that's gonna be a blast. We saw Russian tanks there. I'm trying to think of if they're gonna incorporate other factions. I'm pretty sure Australia was in Vietnam. I think they helped us. Um, and then obviously we have Vietnamese on both sides. But yeah, it's gonna be fun using the AKs, and the M16 is a sick gun. That's gonna be fun. Maybe 3 round burst action. The thing about Vietnam though is it's not as desired as like World War II shooters, but because there hasn't been a Vietnam game in a while, there might be an untapped market there. Like what was it, Rising Storm Vietnam? I played that before. Did that one start as a mod? I don't remember. But there's that one. Another close thing to it is Armor Reforger, Cold War. It's similar era. But will they be competing, Cold War and Vietnam era? Is that the direct competitor? I think it probably is. I mean, because I remember when I first bought Hell Let Loose, I wanted a realistic World War II shooter. Pretty much my options were, Squad 44 used to be Postscriptum or Hell Let Loose. I initially bought Hell Let Loose because it was a little more polished. But I mean, Vietnam, you don't really have anything. If you want a Vietnam shooter, they're probably going to charge like $70 for this game. Is my initial thoughts. Yeah, the bazookas on the Vietnamese side. It's pretty much just going to be Russian weaponry. You'll have SKSs, is my assumption. I don't even know Vietnamese guns. I don't know if you'd have Chinese or Japanese stuff. But yeah, that's cool. I'm excited. I think Hell Let Loose has a lot of, as a big player base. Another thing that they did is they tapped into the console market. This game might be more tailored towards PlayStation and Xbox players rather than us PC guys. That's something on Squad 44. It's just a PC game, so it's built with us in mind. What I'm saying is that console players might have a lesser demand for like quality and that type of stuff, I guess. I'm just happy, all these shooters. Squad keeps releasing like new updates and stuff. Squad 44 just had the Eastern Front, or not the Eastern Front, the Pacific Front. Now Hell Let Loose is coming out Vietnam. I just am happy to see like these realistic, more tactical shooters. They're obviously, growing, expanding. So that makes me happy. I haven't played Hell Let Loose on the channel for a while. I kind of switched over to Squad 44. I'll probably play it with my friends if they get this game. Yeah, I don't even know too much about like the Vietnam War. Let's go here. Look up biggest like Vietnamese battles. All right, let's see what we can find out. Cause I'm not as versed on Vietnam at all. I feel like it was like a 10-year war, and we only got involved in like what 69. Saigon. I've heard of Saigon. This one's gonna be wow. So the fall of Saigon was the end of the war. You know when probably when the Americans just backed out and left. Oh, okay. Yeah, 1955 through 1975. So it was a 20-year war. Okay, here's what's interesting to me. I don't know if Hell Let Loose will want to do like different faction in this and factions, but just here we can look at the strength. You know, you have a ton of North Vietnamese, 700,000, and then a ton of South Vietnamese. Dang, 2.7 million Americans served in Vietnam. So I guess the options for if we ever wanted to do different factions is you could do like a South Korea, maybe Australia, even though there's just 50,000, and then like a Chinese faction. But yeah, I bet Viet Cong and North Vietnam might be different. I don't know what the weapon difference will be, but or if it'll just be, you know, two factions. This totally could be a DLC. I just am assuming it's a standalone game. I feel like that's where the money is, you know. Yeah, that's my initial take on Hell Let Loose Vietnam. I think it's cool, and we'll see how it takes off. You know, I know some people really desire a Vietnam shooter. Trying to think of what I would prefer. Cold War's cool. You know, I haven't played Armor Forger, but Cold War brings a lot of possibilities. You know, you could have all of the Allied powers versus the Eastern Bloc. World War One is hard because of, you know, the weapons. They're not as enticing, you know. It's just pretty much like bolt action. If you want to stay realistic, you know, Battlefield 1 did something a while ago. Anyways, that's where I'm at. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts on Hell Let Loose Vietnam, if you guys will be getting it. And yeah, see ya.